My beautiful daughter, Glamour Righty, and here's Mantastic Junior. So here's what typical abs look like. Here's what my abs look like. There's a better picture of my abs. You can see that they're different. You can see my sternum, my unique sternum here, and you can see some of the ridging in my pectoral muscles. And you can see my sternum here as well, which is different. And so this one you can't really see, but you can see my pectoral muscles are different. I got ridges in my pectoral muscles. And then I'll just go to here. Here's what typical feet look like. You can see their ankles right there. They don't have a bone here or a ridge right there. Here's my feet. You can see I have my ankles right there. I got a bone right there and a ridge right there. On both feet, I got so there's my ankle. I got a bone there and a ridge right there. I showed them the doctor, the psychiatrist. He said it was a cyst. He's an idiot. I complain about a subliminal system in Canada. There's a subliminal in my face because I run the system. My name is Christian Eric Arnie Meyer. There's another subliminal system I had in my ashtray in my personal residence. And I complain about parasitic humans in this book by Stephanie Meyer with the same name as me. She wrote the Twilight series about parasitic aliens. So when that person talked, so you can see here how there's a white line in the scar, and there's no line right here. And so this was May 27th at 10 p.m. I'll just show you the proof. May 27th at 10 p.m. I was in the hospital at the time, and here is the scar where there's no white line, and it shows that 2 and a 5, 25, because it's the year 2025. I never had a 25 scar on my hand before. This is May 27th, 2025 at 4:19 p.m. I'll just show you my scar today. You can see how it goes down, but when I angle it like this, you can see how it's starting to go from right to left. You can see how it changes. I have those white dots on my hand now that nobody was expecting. Those are scar marks. I have 2 on the right side of the line, and then two right there, and then 2 right there that I didn't have in either picture. You can see the 2 right there, and then right there. Because they thought I was going to show the line, but that was the whole trick. I was showing them how I have the 2 dots right there that I did, and the 2 dots right there. I'll just go back to the camera because I'm in the hospital, right? So how can my scar change? I'll just take a picture of it, and I'll show you the 2 scars. So right there, there's the 2 dots that I didn't have, and the 2 dots right there that I didn't have in either picture. I'll just show you that it's June 18th, 2025. I just changed that on film right now, because you can see I don't have the 2 dots right there, the 2 dots right there, the 2 new scars, because who gets dot scars? So once again, this is my gray beard before I came to the hospital, and this is my beard now. You can see how it's gray at the bottom, but it was growing in black because I was able to change it. And look how dark my mustache is compared to here. Actually, I'll have to go with a different one. So look how dark my mustache is. This was June 14th, 2025. So I'll try to find a picture when I had a mustache prior to, I'll have to go to a YouTube account. So here's one. Let's see when it's dated. But you'll see that my mustache is nowhere near as dark. That's fine. I'm just going to pause it because these terrorists. So I'm at the Syria hospital. I previously had internet here. When I pointed up here at the top, you could see when I unpaused it before I paused it. When the reticle opened up, I paused it. Before that, I had bars up there where it said right beside where it says 61%. That's my internet connectivity. But I haven't moved, and I lost internet connectivity in the same chair. And it's like they make the cell phone tower move. People don't realize I used to do tech support for Gateway, Dell, Comcast, AT&T, and Windows Vista. So I'm familiar with internet protocol, TCP/IP, and how internet connects. So let's see. So you could see in the picture here that it's already a lighter color. So I don't know why they're making it. There's a patient named Jen that's here. She's missing a front tooth. Like she's hacking my internet connectivity. So they don't. I'm gonna sue Canada for criminal harassment for allowing anybody to hack me. But you can see right there how light my beard is compared to.
Basically, they're hacked.
Right there, you can see how light my beard is compared to now.
But
I'll just show you the picture, the contrast. So I just took a screenshot. Here we go. Here's the screenshot. See, like you can see how light the beard is right there, and how gray it is all the way through, compared to. Let's send this to proof folder. So like there, and then there, you can see the difference, the contrast, and then there, and then look how dark it is there, and look how dark my hair is coming in there because I'm changing the keratin or something like that in my hair. I know how to change it in my brain. So let's see. So go back here. So I showed you my muscles, and so I'm going to show you my pectoral muscles. So I showed you the scar. Here's my back muscles. So this is the generation 1 biology back muscle. You can see the indentation right there. And here's my back muscles. I don't have any indentations right there. I have a V. I requested a doctor once they tried to form me at the Sioux Area Hospital. I requested them to look at my back, but they had handcuffs on me at the time. Even though I was being assessed for a mental health patient, they treated me like a criminal. And in Canada, you could have a witch hunt. They're showing the perpetrators right there, like Nisha, showing all the perpetrators. But in Canada, you could just use hearsay to get somebody be held against. I've been held against my will since May 5th. And they're saying that I have psychotic tendencies. I haven't taken any medication. I haven't had any outbursts where I've been brought to the PICU like other people have. And other people have been restrained if I was psychotic and I was at severe physical or mental health deterioration was likely. How come I haven't needed medication, and how come I haven't been brought to the PICU? Right, so that's pretty suspicious. So I'll just show you, I'll go to my TikTok, I'll show you my evolutionary pectoral muscles. Now you can see them different than any other person. All I do is document myself, and Canada is going to be embarrassed in the civil court. So here's Wi-Fi paper currency stops the brown envelope bribes and organized crime. FAQ Canada. That's FAQ Canada. So once again, I had internet connectivity. You could hear it when I loaded the app. It was playing the music. But now that I'm going here, they always make the app have to crash when they try to get me to advertise for like different companies when I open up the app. So I'm just going to pause it till I get to the page. So here's the video, but you'll see how I show somebody with that generation 1 pectoral muscles, and they only go up half the pectoral muscle, but you see mine, they go all the way up the top. So he's doing his pectoral dance once it starts here. So I'll just show you again this pectoral dance, and let's see, you can see it only goes up to about here on his pectoral muscles. I'm just gonna jump to mine. And watch how mine go all the way up to the top. right up by my shoulder. You see it ripple all the way up by my shoulder. See how high up. So you can see, I'll just try to, I'm going to try to make myself wrinkle on film here, because to show that that they have people, human parasites connected to me through chemical electrolysis using technology. C. O'Brien was a cop that I'm going to tune him in. See how nervous he looks right now, and then disconnect him. Get the total residual volume out of people, and you can see how I had how that wrinkle appeared more on my eyes. And I did this on film because people have like through chemical electrolysis. I'll try to do more. So, you know, they have little kids that rally behind me. So, kids, get the total residual volume out of your grandparents. And so when connecting cadavers to all perpetrators, and then so they're trying to make it so now you can see. I'm trying to make the wrinkles really appear. There we go. Wrinkles are really appearing under my eyes, and they pretend that this is natural. So now I'm gonna make my eyes rejuvenate and make those wrinkles disappear under my eyes. So I'm trying to do what they're fighting here. So it's particular. I'm trying to make this vein go away mainly, and this one right here. So every time my eyes change, then so this is good. This is just gonna take a minute, but eventually didn't like that. So you can see I just pressed in Canada there's a subliminal metric, and I just got another one. So 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, and then so I want my skin to be 25, and so let's see. So it should be changing, and you can see this side right there change right there, because different countries control my eye. So let's see. That's why you gotta try multiple things when you're a good person. Okay, what else you got? A photo? Okay. So I'm trying to I don't like that dark blue. I'm trying to make this disappear, and then this disappear right here. Film, I should be able to get it. Very soon. And I just have to go in the bathroom because where I am, there's that. I just felt a drugging on my leg when that janitor came by. So she wants some wrinkles. That's her shock. That's how shocked she is. Like, I knew what I was gonna say, so I'm gonna connect her to her diffuser. Oh. And so I'm just gonna go in the washroom in my room, and I should be able to make it disappear on film. Okay, actually, well, you can see it somewhat disappeared, and now it's just me walking here to the room. So let's see right here. I have a better vantage point. So so this is one metric, subliminal metric that they put on my skin. Oh, and then this one. So right there. And then this is how I'm gonna get the entire team. Ooh. And they all got the diffuser now. And the lungs, and you can see my skin looked more youthful when I said that, when they got the diffuser in the lungs, and getting the total residual volume out of all perpetrators. And so this is so I'm just gonna point to right there on the wall. Well, they weren't expecting that one, and then this, that one. Wow. And so you can see it caused wrinkles again under my eyes, because these were humans that were connected to me that just died, so necrotizing the brain, and then disconnected me, and then wow, I just connected myself to a whole bunch of young kids in the system that were generational pedophiles. So I'm gonna rejuvenate off them. So I'm gonna trim my skin 25 years old. As you can see how right there, I got a pimple right there, or a pimple right there. And so look at my eyes, they're making my skin like 108 years old. Look at like 47-year-old skin shouldn't do this. But now watch, I'm gonna hack my brain to make it my skin 25 years old, and it's gonna not do that. Okay, it's still doing that. Okay, that's when it stays like that, it's not rejuvenated, so I'm increasing the elasticity. So that's more, it's recovering more on there. They hacked it right away, so it didn't. Whenever it stays there, they're hacking it so it's older, like 108 years old. So now 15 years old. That's how can it responded right away. I made my skin 15 years old, so that's why I got a pimple right there and on my nose. And I'll just show you here. So it's showing that I have an internet connection, so I'll just go here at the top. No, it's not uncommon for adult acne, including in lower 40s, fairly common, and all acne is often associated with adolescence. It can be persistent and even through adulthood. Here's why. True breakouts, stress can lead to cortisol levels, inflammation, potential acne, other flaws diet. Okay, so let's see about this then. Okay, AI, this is all artificial intelligence, so it's all skewed. No, it's not abnormal to get pimples while undergoing wrinkle rejuvenation treatment. Treatments. It says here, no, it's not abnormal hormonal fluctuations, stress, even genetics. So there's a correlation between acne and longer telomeres, which are associated with slower aging. It's not a direct cause and effect. Many contribute both acne and aging process, because that's what telomeres are, is an aging wall. Research indicated potential link between longer telomeres and slower aging. There's also a correlation with acne. This doesn't mean that having acne causes slower aging, or that not having acne means you'll age faster. So, let's see. So once again, you can see how the vein's not really sticking out now. And I'm gonna make it stick out lots. Wow. Because I just disconnected people, so I'm gonna connect cadavers to me. And then, and lots of cadavers connected, and 100,000 cadavers to me through chemical electrolysis. And then all my human hijackers. Wow. You can see how the vein is coming out more now, and then so I'm just gonna get disconnect there, all those perpetrators. So I'm just gonna step here and step here, and then you can see how my skin looks. I rejuvenated because I just unregistered myself in the system. So this wrinkle should disappear, and this one right here, they're giving me this wrinkle because of brandy, and so I'll just show you here. They're saying that I have schizoaffective disorder. They're saying a lot of things that only females get. And so they made me double click there, so get all perpetrators. Diagnosis typical to die. see. While schizoaffective disorder can be diagnosed at any age, it's uncommon to receive a diagnosis for the first time in the mid-40s. Onset often occurs in young adulthood, while the majority of diagnoses occur between the ages of 18 and 35, and it's rare for the disorder to begin after 40. Schizoaffective disorder usually emerges in adolescence and early gender differences, while women may be diagnosed later than men. Late onset of diagnosis after 40 is still unusual for both genders. While schizoaffective disorder does not present later in life, it's more likely to be late onset case, which may have the different characteristics and potential causes compared to early onset. Late onset psychosis can sometimes be linked to other medical conditions from medication side effects rather than being solely due to schizoaffective disorder. So basically, right there are secondary causes. So or medication side effects. So basically, what that means is if they give you medication that you don't need, it could cause a schizoaffective disorder. Right? So they cause the problem basically. And if a man's in his 40s and present with psychosis, a doctor will consider other potential diagnoses like late onset schizophrenia or other psychotic disorders, but treatment underlying cause. What's not impossible for schizoaffective diagnosis in a 40-year-old male would be considered atypical and would warrant a thorough evaluation to rule out other potential causes for the symptoms. I'm just going to take screenshots of this. So anyways, because in Canada, you can be hospitalized against your will, right? So I'm showing proof here. I'll just show you here, so you can kind of see what it looked like. So here's what I look like. I'll just show you how I look like. Some of the royals I look like. I haven't figured out the Nicholas II link yet, but here's some proof here. So this is me at 19. This is Alexander III, Nicholas II's father. So you can see the eyes. I look like him. And then this is for the UK throne. So this is the second last German emperor. You can see the eyes that I look like him. His dad looks like my dad. His mother looks like my daughter when she was a child. And here, I'll show this here. But I should do have more proof here now. Where did I put that? I guess I gotta put it here. So screenshots. There we go. So at the bottom, you can see how it says that August 1871, Princess Louise, Mr. Campbell. So this was a royal invitation that my family went to, and the doctor was saying that I have grandiose beliefs, and I'm like, well, no, my dad had servants, his father had servants, and why don't they allow me to transfer that? There we go. I'm like, his grandfather had servants, and all his forefathers had servants, and on the back of this invitation. Okay, so first of all, here's George VI, who looks identical to me. And let's see, Captain James Cook, who looks identical to me. And here's Colin Campbell. He looks like my mother's brother, and my dad and me. And he was born October 20th. Me and my dad were born October 20th. My uncle, my mother's brother's son, was born August 14th. This man died August 14th. My mom died August 13th. And here's what William II, that's the last German emperor, Frederick III's, William II's mom. This is what she looked like as a child. This is what my daughter looked like as a child. This is Frederick III. This is when she grew up. This was her husband, who looks like my dad. Anybody would see that knows my family. And here's Edward VIII, who looks like my twin. And here's my DNA map. Everything but the white area I have ancestral relations. And here is my DNA telomeres. They're showing that, so let's see, here's the telomeres. So there's the blank numbers. So they started at 6 to 14. Mine started at 10, but didn't end. And this one starts at 6 to 15. Mine started at 12 and didn't end. And so here's how the government wrinkled me January 1st, or January 2nd, 2025. Look at the wrinkles that I had on my face. And I'll just show you here. Before I was hospitalized on May 5th, because I had to rejuvenate. I had to get hospitalized so I could prove that they caused me to get wrinkled, because there are treatments. I complained to a police officer, and he said that I got Botox. I've never got Botox. I'm on social assistance. They keep me on social assistance. So I'll just show you here in the screenshot how talented I am. So right there, this, go back here. So this number right here, I put a guy in a straight flush. There was 2 straight flush possibilities. There was a 4 of a kind possibility. There was 3 full houses, a 3 of a kind, and 3 2 pairs. So when you do the math, the odds of him having that hand were, so let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So the odds were 3.455 quadrillion for him to have that combination, and I put him on the odds. So that means you would have to play for 172,780,165 million lifetimes, and play 20 million hands per lifetime for that situation to occur. And I was accurate. I put them on film. I put them on that hand. And here's all the proof right there. And so basically, I just have a bunch of secret haters. So fuck you. And so let's see, who else do I look like? Oh, here we go. She was a Russian mystic who looks like my sister. But I'll show you Helena, who she was Queen Victoria's daughter. She looks identical to me. Identical. And so she had kids, I believe, with, so here's another picture where it looks identical to me. This was Queen Victoria's daughter. Here's another picture where she looks like me. And here's Edward VIII, who looks like me. So they're saying that I have grandiose beliefs, but as you can see, I look like a lot of royals. And I have different muscles that anybody else has on the planet. And today I called a psychiatric patient advocate office. They're like, well, it's the advocate. Well, advocate seems like you have one. It should be psychiatric patient advocacy office. They're supposed to be an advocate for me. They didn't advocate for me. I'm like, well, hey, request me to have an x-ray. It's simple as this. Request me to have an x-ray. Request for me to have a positron emission tomography or a CAT scan. Request for me to have an ultrasound. Be an advocate for me. Stand in my corner. That's what advocates do. They stand in my fucking corner. But they don't do any of that. Right? And so I'm like, okay, well, is this phone call recorded? I'm hoping it's recorded. He's like, no, it's not recorded due to patient privacy. Well, it should be up to the patient, because how you can see whatever the fuck you want on the recording. Because my name's Christian Meyer. He referred to me as Christopher, right? They always refer to me as somebody else, so they can hide their culpability through me. And once again, I'll just show you here, Canada has a profiling system, but it's my profiling system. So they can't pretend to be me. Because I'll just show you here. Like this is a subliminal metric in the ground, but it looks like my face. So this was in an ashtray, subliminal in my ashtray. You can see the ashtray at the bottom. That's a face. Well, for me, just ashes and cigarette ashes in an ashtray. And here's George VI. He looks like my twin. Here's Nicholas II. He looks like me. There's the 3, and then this is William II. There was the 3 grandsons of Queen Victoria. I look like all 3 of them. And here is the one that looks like my face. This is a subliminal. This was in sidewalk. This is the orange construction paint they put on sidewalks. That looks like my face because I'm the most victimized human ever. Anyway, so share this video, and then, or if you happen to be around King Charles, Prince William, or anybody like that, any royal, if you get a cup that they drink from, you may get $1 billion from me once I'm proclaimed king. Because I just need their DNA. And it's going to prove that I have a higher concentration of them. Because the British royals, they don't have African and Asian ancestry. I'll just show you. I'll show you some kings that they look like from around the world. So let's see. So this was Mary Antoinette's son, who looks like me and my daughter. So where is it? Here's the DNA Danish king that looks like me. Okay, where is... I thought I had more pictures of... Oh, there we go. I'm just gonna go randomly, and then, so once again, here we go. You can see, this looks like, this is Ludwig of Bavarian trees. This looks like my mother's brother and my mother's sister. And then, you can see this guy looks identical to me. This is Aman Muhammad, right? One of the first Saudi kings. He looks like me. I'll show you how I look like African. Well, here we go. I look like Antonius Prius. I look like Roman emperors. I'm related to most Roman. Here's me looking like an Asian guy. Here's me looking like an African king. Here's me looking like a Jordanian king. Here's me looking like Michael Jordan, and he's a king, and he looks like me and Michael Jordan, the basketball player. Here's me looking like a famous indigenous man. He looks like my twin, indigenous. I'm related to everybody powerful on the planet. Here's me looking like Michelangelo, the family who did the Sistine Chapel. Here's me looking like some South Korean leaders. But this is the South Korean, and here's the North Korean leader that looks like me. I'm related to everybody. Here's everybody that looks like me. You know, so all you have to do is get any of these people's DNA, and it's going to show that I have the same DNA as them, and I have a higher concentration. Because Field Marshal Colin Campbell, I'm related to him on my mother's and father's side. Right, and Captain James Cook, both my dad's parents are related to him. I can show you a video. It's where they changed the pigmentation of my skin. I'll show you right now. I haven't got sun in 2025. I haven't got sun in 2025. I'll show you. So I haven't lost pigmentation in my skin. Look at, I still have a tan compared to underneath my arm. I still have a tan, and I haven't got sun since 2024. They changed my knees. Were like Pakistani and brown. As brown as you possibly could be for a white person. You'd see like my thighs are like white, Caucasian, my knees. Wow, no, I'm Caucasian. And then my thighs, or my shin bone, is be brown. And then my ankles is like, wow, no, I'm Caucasian. And then my Caucasian feet. It's insane because they chemically mutilate me. That's why my wrinkles change on film. Right in the scar, I made them have 2 dots that I never had before.